So, whatever happened to managers? What happened to them? I was thinking about this the other day. It's like, and then I rewatched a couple of really, really old pay-per-views. We're talking WrestleMania 7, and WrestleMania 6 and the Royal Rumbles attached to them and that. And I was looking at Bobby Heenan, and it was brilliant. He had the family, the Heenan family. WrestleMania 7, he had Mr. Perfect positioned as the guy of his family, and everyone protected the family, and he had just the boss man feud, and he went through, and the boss man had to go through the whole of the Heenan family just to get to Mr. Perfect, and I thought that was brilliant. And Bobby Heenan, you look through previous work, he always had a good stable, and he always made it work, and it always came across really well, And you don't get that anymore. I don't understand, because it's a fantastic concept. A good manager, that can work people on the mic. You can work it on the mic. You had the ideal combination with him and Mr. Perfect, because Mr. Perfect was really good on the mic, as it was anyway. The promo work he did for WrestleMania 7 at the actual pay-per-view, if you go back and watch it, that promo is absolutely brilliant. The two of them together is absolute TV dynamite. It's brilliant. It's one of the best ones you're likely to see. You just don't get that dynamic anymore. You don't get that sort of thing anymore. And it's a shame, because it works really well, especially in this business, in the wrestling business. I think it's really good when you've got a manager in a company who's got a good stable of wrestlers. He's got a couple of tag teams. He's got a couple of mid-carders, He's got a couple of jobbers as well. And then he's got one, maybe two guys that are going to be at the top, challenging for the title and get a title run. You know what I'm saying? It works really well, And if you've got someone who's not particularly good on the mic, you can just align, but it's fantastic in the ring, just align them with them, And it works. It just works wonders, because then the wrestler has a mouthpiece, essentially. Doesn't really need to sell himself. The only thing he needs to do is sell himself in the ring, and tell the story in the ring, which usually in this scenario they're pretty good at doing. You know what I mean? So I haven't heard of any independent managers, or if there's any other companies that are doing that sort of thing, where they've got a manager with a large stable of wrestlers. I know I think the biggest stable really is the Bullet Club, and that's kind of the biggest stable of wrestlers. But it's not looked after and managed by a manager. The manager would organise the matches, look after the money, that sort of thing, the money thing as well. The commentators, they really need to emphasise the money thing, so, they get paid more if you got the title, you get paid more, emphasise that a bit more. That's missing. Bobby Heenan used to do it all the time, and it made it a lot better, I think, personally. But yeah, managers, there needs to be some more. There needs to be some good managers, I'd give Corey Graves a shot at running a stable of wrestlers, me personally. He's good on a mic, he's good on a mic. He can do that, he can work the camera, and he's a commentator as well, so it gives it that Bobby Heenan sort of, that Bobby Heenan effect, because he did commentary as well as manage, unless there is someone out there on the indies who is, that I don't know about. And to be honest, I don't follow the indies overly that much. Sue me. So if there is, and that's definitely something that should be looked at, I think, because again, it can create a lot more stories as well, like to go back to WrestleMania 7, you had the Big Boss Man going against the whole Heenan family to get to one person, that in itself is a big story. That drew out over the course of months and months and months. You know, that can work. That can work. That kind of program can work. It draws people in. You can use it on the TV time at hand. It's great. So, any thoughts on that? Give us a shout. In a bit.